Crystal H technology screens. We're going to be doing a panel demonstration. I'd bring the racks in for that. We got 2 panel demonstrations to do. All right, so this right here is I told you about how me and the fellow got in a little bit of a falling out, but we worked it all through. And like I said, at the end of the day, we have to understand that he's a minister, a preacher, and I am a man of God. And at the end of the day, we have to work together instead of arguing with each other back and forth. So we kind of worked it out. We both apologized to each other. And it's a long story. Apologize for each other. And bottom line is we're helping them because right now, this is where the gunmetal idea came into. Because like I said, some people are not used to having darker technology, and the transition may be a little harder for them to transfer over from a white screen to a black screen. So that's where gunmetal technology came in. So we actually did a customized gunmetal for them because they didn't want the screen to be too dark. And the gunmetal we make here, which is already marked with the timestamp 30/03/3022, which is our gunmetal right here, is a dark gunmetal. That's a dark gunmetal right there. So we decided to make a special gunmetal for them. We do this once in a while, especially with companies. We do this with companies that may want a more darker, more lighter gunmetal. And right now, I'm working with I have a contract. So the contract I'm working on right now with someone who's actually in the churches, and to get them they're actually working in the churches. And what we want to do is we want to convert the church screens from these white to gray screens to this new technology. So this one may be a winner. Well, it's going to be a winner. Definitely coming from the Lord. This is the color of the new gunmetal that we have that we customized for the church. And that is the other gunmetal. So we may do 2 versions of the gunmetal. We might do a dark gunmetal and a mid, I don't know what we would call it. What would it be? If it's not dark, this is not light gunmetal. I don't know what we would call it. That's an idea right there. What would we call it? Don't know. Honestly, don't know what we would call it. Lord will come with an idea for us. But anyway, so we decided to do a customize for them because they didn't want the screen in black, but they wanted something else. And this gunmetal would have been way too dark for them right there. The gunmetal we have now, which is a dark gunmetal, would have been too dark for them. So that right there wouldn't have worked at all because, like I said, they want something a little bit lighter, but they don't want it too dark. So this right here would be perfect. Now keep in mind, as I said before, we design this stuff. Contrast levels are going to drop a little bit because the darker the screen, the better the contrast. But it's going to be able to work the way you want it to. See, the one thing people understand is we can customize. We're blessed to be able to customize anything we want. And that's what God has given to us, the ability to be able to design anything we want. This was just made about 20 minutes ago. And this is being sent out to the fellow who, as I said before, he's the one who actually sparked the idea for the gunmetal, because I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I'm trying to get him to, well, black technology, I love black technology. I'm always going to love black screens, always. And it does produce better higher. The Black Widow is the top screen paint we have on the market. But some people, to transition, to go over to a gunmetal, a blacker screen paint, it may be a hard transition for them. And that's why I said I'm having this conversation with this guy back and forth. We're going back and forth. We're having this debate back and forth. I'm thinking to myself that, you know what? It's not fair for us to just push the black paint on people and say, hey, look, this is what you got to go with. This is the only thing we're going to design. Even though we have the ability to design other things that we want, we should make it a way that they can transition easier. And maybe they want to upgrade. We had a customer who bought the gunmetal. Later on, he came back and bought the 38 Black Widow. So it's an easy transition back and forth. So this right here is a more of a lighter version of the gunmetal 38 Black Widow. And this one was custom designed for church that we're going to be shipping out today. I'm just waiting for them to contact us back so we can give them their tracking number. And as I said before, we don't ship out 20-ounce containers. We will now, because those 20-ounce containers will be concentrated versions. Now, also too, just to put a little, talk about this a bit. First things first, a true 100% Christian is not going to do what would happen in that demonstration. They're not going to do that. They're not going to send it back. That's not what Christians do. Christians work within Christians. So if I have a problem with a fellow Christian, I will go before him and talk to him. And if nothing can be resolved, like I said, it goes before God. That's how we do things. That's how Christians handle things. Christians don't do what happened in that demonstration because I said they claim they got it from a church. The churches don't do that. I work with a lot of churches, a lot of them. I have the videos and demonstrations to back it up. They don't do that. A true Christian, if they have a problem, they will go before that person they have a problem with, and they will work it out. Christians are to work it out with each other under God. That's how they do things. And this is what the fellow did. He's the one who actually sparked the idea for gunmetal. So at first we were just going to go black screens only. And in the conversation, we're like, no, I'm saying, no, the black is better. The black is better. He says, no, we're coming off a white screen and so on and so on. So in the way he was explaining, I thought to myself, you know what? We should give people an option here because, as I said before, maybe the transition of coming to a black screen and then coming off a white screen may be a hard transfer. So let's make a gun version. I said, you know what? I'm going to customize a gunmetal technology for you. That's where gunmetal came from because of that conversation, because that man called me up. We talked on the phone. We worked it out. This is why he now has a lighter version of the gunmetal. The first of its kind will be shipped to him. That's why he has it. So he's the only one right now who has this technology. They don't do that kind of stuff at the end of the day. Read your Bibles before, it's funny when you have a person who's a non-Christian and they're doing stuff like that, but read your Bible because in your Bible, Christians work things among themselves with God. And that's what that man did. He came to me as a man of God. We talked on the phone. We did have a little bit of a little heated debate back and forth, but I had to realize at the end of the day, we are both working with the same purpose as serving the Lord. He needs this in his church so he can continue to preach the word of the Lord to his followers. And I need to design him a better product not a better product, but I need to design him a lighter product that will work well with his application because he's doing the same thing I want to do. I want to preach about the word of the Lord. What would it help if I go in and I give somebody something that's not going to allow them to do their work with God at the end of the day? So this is where this technology came from. Out of that conversation, something great came out of that. So now he is now the first person that will have a lighter version of the gunmetal technology, which will be shipped directly to him. And we're going to have pictures and demonstrations because, like I said, we're all working together to do one thing, and that is to basically bring people to the Lord. That's what we're all working for. Like I said, and I'm happy that this man came to me. We talked. And as I said before, we don't do these for churches. We never ship these for churches. Too small. It's not going to be enough. Now, the reason why these are samples. These are samples we're going to be designing. These are going to be for churches and businesses. So that way they can get a chance to test it out, see if they like it, because this is going to be a large application. You have to understand, when you're working with a church sometimes doesn't have the ability to just go out and buy. They have to go before a board. They go before a board. The board will give them the approval to use the money to be able to paint their screen. Well, sometimes going out and just buying a lot of paint may be a little bit itchy for them, especially with the price we have on our paint. So basically, we started doing these little sample things right here for them so they can test it out, see if they like it. Now, we have the ability to customize and engineer our products. We're not stuck with a glass ceiling over top of us. We have the ability to design and blessed to design anything they want. If they want something customized, we can do that with no problem, and we can do it in no time at all. This was made in 20 minutes. So that is the original gunmetal, which is the darker version. And this is the new lighter version for them. So right now, before this, I have a contract that I'm working with someone who's, like I said, deeply involved in the church. And they're going to basically incorporate a contract so we can work with churches to give them better screens so that way they can basically be able to produce in well-lit environments. The problem that they're having is the fact that a lot of big companies come in and they sell them white screens and tell them the white screens are going to be good. Just have to get a high-end projector, and that's a bunch of nonsense because a white screen is going to have a difficult time picking up, and even a gray screen is going to have a difficult time picking up because, again, they wash out, and other lit environments are not going to be to maintain in a church. So a gray screen and white screen is a bad idea for church because I showed you in demonstrations they don't pull up, and churches use very high-end projectors. I have a contract, like I said, right now it's a negotiation with someone that I'm working with in the church who's going to be incorporating a lot of the screen paints we're going to be developing for churches so that way they can have better screens without costing them a ton of money. And this right here, I think, is going to be amazing. Oh, we got to think of a name for this. Well, actually, Lord will come up with a name for it. So we have this one right here. And we have these two concentrateds that are going to be going over to the church to see if they like them. This one right here Not good for outdoors. I'm telling you right there from the door. It's too light. It's not going to work for outdoors. Inside application, perfect. These two that we designed, the CBW, that stands for Concentrated Black Widow. These right here are designed for outdoors. We're designed for. So they're going to test it. They're going to be the first people to beta test that for us to see how that works. So thank you. All right, so let's get this guy done. He's finished. We had a busy day. Well, actually, we started with a busy day. We got two concentrated products. God bless us to get that done. We also, last week, I think it was, developed a gold version of the exotic 38s. We got a new one right here. I can't wait, but I'm painting this out really quick. I'm getting that ready for. And we got a spray-on gunmetal for the acoustic 38. So this is what God blessed us to be able to have today. Well, actually, this is last week, but still a wonderful blessing. But this is what we're blessed to get from the Lord. This is what he gave us. This is what we got today, just today. This was all made today. Invisible gunmetal for the acoustics, the new red technology, which we're going to be doing a demonstration on that, two concentrated 38 Black Widows, and a new gunmetal for the church. Tell me my Lord is not amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Tell me he's not amazing. God is good. And we still have three more. We're doing three more. Yeah, three more screen paints we're going to be developing this week coming up. And this is the gold, which I have upstairs already. All right, so let me get we got to come back here. I got to do a paint on demonstration for this. I got to contact the church for this one right here. Matter of fact, I might paint this one down right now. Do we have a surface for this? Yeah, I'm going to paint this one and send them, because I got to send them a demonstration of the paint on demonstration for them. So we got to get a name for this one right here. I gotta give me something. I gotta wait, see what he has planned for me. That's for them. This is for the church to ship over for the test. This is a gunmetal, which we're going to be doing this today. Spraying this today, definitely on the screen web surface for that. This is already done. Getting that ready for that cannon right there. And this is the red right here. There you go. Boom. Already. I cannot wait. I can't wait till we do the gamer version, man. The gamer version of one. I'm going to redo my screen over there for the gamer version. I have the stand upstairs right now for doing demonstrations on the screen upstairs. This is my work table. That's all I need. That's all I need. That work table and what is hidden over there. That's all I need. And I can make as many paints as I want. Get this on this side. And then we got to be outside today if the weather's good. We get to go outside today. I'm bringing down the Pac-Man screen. I'm definitely doing the Pac-Man screen today. Hopefully we don't get any rain, but do be outside with the Pac-Man. All right. So I got a contact. A friend of mine, she's setting me up with a contract for inside the churches. I've done business at the churches. Like I said, our demonstration, our intro, that's a church. So we've done them before. And like I said, I can tell they tried great paint. Yeah, that old screen they showed, yeah, didn't pull up. I told you, they don't work. 7,000 lumens. This is 12,000 lumen screen, and they can't get it to pull. And it's not pulling. I can see it, that faint image up there. I can see it, but it's not going to pull. Can't use gray screen paints on venue projectors. They don't work. They're too bright. Got too much light hitting the screen. It's not going to work. You're going to have to be in a dark environment to do it, and churches are not in dark environments. That's why I said that when you're doing test demonstrations, especially if you're using venues, you have to be in well-lit environments all the time. You can't do that in the dark because that business establishment is not going to be in the dark. It's going to be in a well-lit environment. So if you don't do tests in the light, your screens are going to have some issues. That's why those tests are very important to do. Skipping tests will not help you at all. So you're going to have to do it. All right, we're going to paint, let me see. I'm going to do the fiberglass. That's what I'm going to do. I want to paint the fiberglass. We're not going to do it in this demonstration. I'm going to keep everything separate. This I need for the website, and I want to do a couple promo demonstrations. One upstairs for the floor, because we've got companies interested in that floor technology. And we're going to have to be outside for a couple other demonstrations, because I got some restaurants who are interested in that. We got a fiber and ultra short out there, too. think I'm gonna do my $60 ultra short throw outside. All right, I'll be back in. We don't have the overhead. Where's the overhead? I think the overhead's upstairs, ain't it? Let me check. I gotta do something upstairs anyway. And I gotta bring down 3 motorized projection screens for outside demonstrations. Gotta wash dishes. I hope Taco, I hope I didn't leave my door open. I hope Taco is not in my room. So he likes to go into the back room, which I don't want him in there because of the table display, the floor display. So I'm hoping he's not in there. Oh, it's closed. Okay, good. Ooh. Walking here, I always see something cool. I gotta be careful walking in here too, because if I'm working downstairs in the shop, if I got something on my feet, I don't want to transfer it. Ooh, look at that. Man, tell me, that is not gorgeous. 720p gunmetal. This is the dark gunmetal. I'm putting this up here because it's one place I can sit the game. Because the chair won't work in here because he's casting a shadow into the screen. All right, so I'm gonna turn this off and I'll be back up for this one. Where's my controller for my PS4? I got charge on PS4 too. Okay. My battery's never dead. Like that. Turn it off. Put this back on the charger. I gotta sit up here the game because I can't be down there because I have a not that I can't be down there because simple fact because the chair is casting a shadow onto the floor, onto the screen because it's so big. So we got 3 motorized projection screens, as we usually do. We're not using the screen, we fold it up because I want room to move around in here. Using it, we fold it up. There we go. Let's finish. That's where I gotta sit at because I gotta get a seating cushion here. It's gonna be like this, but just for the time being, I'm gonna put a customized seating cushion in this section right here when I game on the floor. And we're gonna be using outside the, we got 3 motorized projection screens in here. So we're gonna be using the nuclear one, which I wanna use. Let me see, I got any stands. Where the heck is stand at? Oh my goodness, I love that stand everywhere in the house. Last place in here, right? Stand. Where the freak are you at? All right, we got the RetroPie running through that. We'll do some demonstration with the RetroPie. I got to find my stand again. One here somewhere. All right, I got to reprint that screen because that's going to get the new invisible technology. I'm not putting gunmetal on that. I like that black screen in there because I'm not going to do gunmetal with that. So I have to disconnect that before we start any work. This is the doing of my cat. Allah do not. This is the doing of him. Hey, where are you at? You know you're in trouble, ain't you? I'm gonna leave this just like this because you gotta get swatted for it. And yes, he does get swatted. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. I bet you $100 he's right behind here. No. Culprit, I'm gonna kick your butt. He knows better than that. He better not been on that table either. All right, so we got it all set up here. We get the weather in. But for right now, I can't carry that screen. Wait, no, because I don't want to spray it against the gate because we got plants out there. I don't want to damage my plants. We got to do it out here. So we got to do one coating out here and be done. So I need to get that knocked out of the way as fast as possible before we start setting up out here. Because we got a nice little setup in here. So we got to come out here. We have to coat the 127 and 148 have to be done. These are my projector setups now for outside. From now on, all ultra short throws. This one for the deck. I'm keeping this. I like this setup right here. Keep the fire stick on that one. I need a fire stick for this one for downstairs for testing. We have one here. I need all this. I think this is the one for this one. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm not sure. I come back upstairs. Figure it out. I don't take both of them downstairs. That's the worst thing I can do. I'm going to have both of them downstairs. I'm not going to that wire there with it. There we go. This right here. I'm doing like 6 different things at the same time. And this joker's doing this dumb nonsense in the beginning of the day, which I don't have time for. All right. This guy has the name Joker. Oh, we got the Mogatrons, right? Okay. I'm doing something upstairs. I gotta get upstairs where he does something dumb up there. All right, we got a paint on demonstration down here. So we're going to paint this screen here for the next demonstration. We got the Pac-Man screen down here, so we're good to go. See, gotta get this one over here, and I gotta find Stan, which I can't figure out where he's at. Oh, there he is, right down the corner. Couldn't see him because he's blended in between our black screen. All right, Stan, we got you. So you're good. So you're down here, you're all ready. And we got to get the overhead screen down here, and we need to get the 2 motorized projection screens down here for demonstrations outside, because I'm using the ultra short those set up outside on that nuclear screen with that projector. That's going to look hot outside, so we definitely have to do that demonstration. Now, when we do the gamer is going to come with, we like to put a surface in with gamer. I love putting surfaces with gamers in. So we're going to put a gamer surface in. Preferably, probably, the material we're probably going to give you that to design your own screen is probably like 100 inch screen. That's what we're going to put in, because like I said, anything more, we'll lose our shirts on this. So the screen we're going to give you, and the reason why is because it's a spandex material. Same thing we use over here for the gaming screen over here. There's 2 different screens. One you do want to use, one you don't want to use. The ones that come with that kind of blackout cloth material, which I'll show you why we're not shipping those out anymore. Because this surface, whoa, I hit my screen, man. Hit my gamer screen. This surface right here, the problem we have with it, even if we do drop a 2-coat application on this, we still get those lines on the screen. Those lines come in the screen. If you stretch the screen as tight as you want, staple it down, you're still going to get those lines on the screen. This one was stapled down really tight. We got 3 applications of paint on here, and we still got this in the screen. But, see that screen, how smooth that looks? That's the spandex material. That's this right here. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. This is one of the ones that's coated with the product. See this material right here is spandex. So what happens is when you stretch this over top of the screen, it goes on tight as a drum. The trick to make it look as flat as a piece of plexiglass is to basically put on the first application of paint. We like the Network Grade 773. That's what I like to use. That's on the continues in all my videos. We like that particular paint because it goes on quite well. I've got a demonstration showing you how to make this into a board. So what you want to do is you put your first application in. It's going to look bloody as I don't know what, as you saw at the gamer screen if you watch me build that thing. And then the second one you're going to go in, it's going to cover completely. Now, usually we tell you 2 coats, but if you want to stiffen the surface and treat it, then you put in 2 more extra coats, and that's what's going to cause the screen to come out like this, nice and stiff, like a board. Then you coat over with our technology, and you're done. That's why I like the spandex material, because it stretches nice and tight to the screen. But this material right here, even though we tighten it, this is a tablecloth, we tighten it as much as we could. Still, when we paint it over, we still got this baggy kind of look to it. So we're gonna not use those anymore. So the gamer is gonna come with a 100 inch, maybe 100, 120 inch. We might do 120 inch. I'm deciding yet. We haven't decided on the gamer yet we're gonna come with. But it is gonna come with LED lights. Maybe we do a 120 inch screen. But then I'm trying to figure out, like, yeah, if we do a 120 inch screen, then that gives person the option of 100 inch to 120 inch. We should do it that way. All right, I think that's what we'll do instead. So let me get set up everything down here. So we got everything we need. And you can do some testing on this for today. And let me see, we got the spray on for the gamer. This is the customer, so we gotta get ready for his shipping out. And we gotta get these two. These are going out to customers. I need to get the label for this one. I need the label for that one. These are for the customer. Oh, I gotta do a paint demonstration for him. So I'm showing how his product turns out. Okay, get that done. All right, we got two paint on demonstrations I'm gonna have to do. I have one for the church for their screen paint here. We have the 38 acoustic, the new gunmetal for the screens, and we have the church paint, which I have to do a demonstration and send them a video on that helped them out with their problem. Oh, great. Oh, it's upside down. It's like, what happened to my thing? I thought I broke my whatchamacallit here, and it was actually a little upside down. This is going to be for another demonstration. And we have the sun coming up in a few minutes. Hopefully, we don't have rain. Today it's going to rain. And I have to do I think we already have the post tied up outside. I think we just need zip ties for this one, right? Let me check. We should get all that there. All right, that'll work. All right. I'm gonna have to take out the whole section over there for the whole Pac-Man set up. So that's what's gonna have to be done for that. All right, Stan, let's put you somewhere because you've been missing in action quite a bit. Okay, let me see if we're missing anything. We need to go to attic and get the projector for that unit. Everything has its own separate projector to it. We need the fire stick over here to be set up. So I think today I'm probably going to set. I'm decided we're going to do the Pac-Man or ultra short throw. I think I might just do both. No, I'm going to do one or the other. Let me go grab my ultra short throw from upstairs in the attic and bring it downstairs. I need that for work too. Whew. Now we gotta go with the other one. Yeah, I bet it has it. Let's see if the application is gonna work. All over again. All right. Where the frick did my freaking phone? Oh, it's over there. What the heck? Come on, like, where the freak that phone go? All right, so this is what we got on the plate today. It's gonna be a lot, and I'm at 38, which is still fantastic. This right here, we got to redo this screen right here. I gotta turn my heat off because it's too hot. This is an inflatable projection screen, which we have to upgrade now because the coating on it's too old. Over here, we brought down the bio motorized projection screen. And over here, this is the ultra short throw projector that goes with it, which I want to display outside today if the weather's good. If we get rain, then we're going to be inside doing something else. I heard the forecast was going to be for rain, so I don't know. So I don't know about that yet. So I'm hoping it's not, so we can get outside with the motorized screens. Now this right here is an inflatable screen. I have to recoat that. That needs a new coating for it. All right, with that being said, I'm getting out of here. I got to come back in. I have to do a demonstration. It's a 38 black. I have to do a demonstration on the new, I'm going to call it Dark Scarlet Black Widow. All right, got to go, and God bless.